see about omissions. Let us see first what it is. Omission means one word will be omitted in each line. There will be a paragraph, an unedited paragraph. In each line, one word that will be omitted. That means it will be missing. So what we have to do, we have to identify the missing word in each line. Then after, we have to write the missing word along with the word that comes before and after that missing word. So you understood that omission means one word that will be missing or omitted in each line of an unedited paragraph. Afterwards, we have to identify that particular missing word. Then we have to write that missing word along with the word that comes before and after the missing word. Now let's move on to the omission exercise. That means how we are supposed to do the exercise. On what basis we should do the omission exercise. See here, omission exercise is done on the following basis. You see here on the board, as you can see on the board, the following basis will be the criteria to do the omission exercise. Now, we can also say that this is the classification of omission. What will be the types of omission in a paragraph? Let us see one by one. First, we have the omission of article. Which are the articles? A and the. So we must be well acquainted and familiar with the utility or usage of articles. When a will be used, and will be used, the will be used. So in the portion, in the grammatical portion of determiners, we have seen the usage of articles, we have seen the usage of demonstratives, we have seen the usage of possessives. So we must be well acquainted and familiar with the usage of article. When to use the article. Next type of omission is omission of modals. Omission of modals. Which are the modals? Can, may, must, shall, will, need, would, should, used to, ought to, might. These are the modals. In the video of modals, we have explained the use or the utility of modals. When to use modals: to seek permission, to make request, to command or order. So there are modals which should be used in the exercise, which will be missing in the exercise. So we must know when and where to put the correct modal in each line. So we must be very acquainted with the term modals. Then comes the omission of conjunction. Conjunctions are the words that connect one sentence with the other. So we must be familiar with the modals, and now we must be familiar with the conjunctions. Conjunctions like when, where, as, although, as far as, before, but, besides, or, later, then, because, thus. Now these are the connectors or conjunctions which are used to combine two sentences, which are used to join two sentences. So we must be well acquainted with the utility or usage of conjunctions. That means we must know where we have to put conjunctions, where and when will be conjunction used in a sentence. Then we will be able to identify which conjunction is missing in a sentence. Moving to the next, omission of preposition. What are the prepositions? Prepositions, they show us the relationship between the things. See here, about, at, in, on, off, across, for, off, onto, up, with, unto, over, through, by, from, during, due. These are the prepositions, the words that show us about the relationship between the things. So we must be well acquainted and familiar with the utility or the usage of preposition. Then only we will be able to identify which preposition is missing in a sentence. So these all terms, articles, modals, conjunction, preposition, we must be well familiar with. We must know and identify which article or modal or conjunction or preposition is missing in a sentence. Then we have to put that preposition, conjunction, modal or article in between the words. This is how we are going to solve the omission exercise. Let us see some rules that will be really helpful for you in doing the omission exercise. Let us move on to the rule number 1. When superlatives or the words ending with est, okay, with superlative, and the words that ends with est, the will be used. What will be used? The will be used. See here for an instance, he is most intelligent student. So most is a superlative with which we will use the. He is the most intelligent student. So if you come across such condition when the superlative is used and any word that ends with est and you see that something is missing, you can put the. In that condition, the will be used. Now move on to the rule number 2. Rule number 2 with morning, evening, noon, night. Again, the or at will be used. The or at will be used with these terms: morning, evening, noon, night. See here one example. I go for a walk in the evening. I go for a walk in the evening. Now, what if we will employ at, I go for a walk at evening. So in that second condition, in the, it will be removed and it will be replaced by at. I go for a walk at evening. So no need to put in the. Now see the rule number 3 with two verbs. With two verbs, two will be used. When there are two verbs in a sentence, then two will be used in between. See one example here. I am going to buy a house. In this sentence, going is a verb, buy is a verb. So in between two verbs, two will be used. I am going to buy a house. If you come across a sentence in which you find two words and missing a word in between them, then two will be placed in between two words. Now move on to rule number 4. With how plus V1, that means with how plus first form of verb. Two will be used. Again, two will be used. See one example for better comprehension. I know how to write letter. You see here, how is here, verb first form, write is here. In that condition, we will put two in between how and the first form of verb. See here, I know how to write letter. I know how to drive car. So, two will be used with how plus verb 1 or the first form of verb. Let us see the next rule number 5 with lots. Now you come across many times in the sentence lots. So in that condition, when you come across lots, then of will be used. Of is a preposition. Of will be used. See here, example. I have had lots of experience. You see here, lots of experience and lots of people in the meeting. See here, always when you come across lots, you can put of after that. Lots of experience, lots of people. Let's move on to rule number 6 with one, none, each. We will use of. Again, of is used with one, none, each. See here an example. It's none of your business. So whenever you come across any sentence in which none is seen by you, and you see that something is missing after none, it will be of. If you come across any sentence in which each is used and the word after each is missing, that will be of. Each of us has different talent. Let's see the rule number 7 with many nouns and will be used, and is a connector. It is a conjunction. So with many nouns and will be used. See here one example. He taught me English, Hindi, maths, science and chemistry. See here. There are many nouns in the sentence. English, Hindi, maths, science, chemistry. before the last noun, we can place and. This is condition number 1. And will be used with many nouns separated by comma. Before the last noun, we can place and. So if you come across any sentence in which many nouns are being used, before the last noun, if the word is missing, you can place and there. And condition number 2, if with many nouns at the last comes etc., you will never use the connector or the conjunction and, because etc., that means much more is there. So in that condition, and will not be used. Now see, example again. The boys and the girls went to the shop. See here, there are 2 nouns. When we are joining them, we can make the use of and. The boys and the girls went to the shop. These are some rules to solve the omission exercise. I'm telling you that these rules will help you indeed. But remember that unless you gain mastery over omission of article, omission of modal, omission of preposition, and omission of conjunction, then it may not be helpful. If we are not well acquainted with the utility and the usage of modals, preposition, conjunction, then it will not benefit us. However, these rules will help you if you have a mastery over omission of article, modals, conjunctions, and prepositions. Let's see an exercise of omission that will help you to understand more and comprehend more how to do the exercise in omission, how to find out the missing word in a sentence or in each line. You see here on the board, there is a paragraph, and in each line, one word is missing. So what we will do? We will find that word which is missing in each line, and then we will write that missing word at the center in the given space. As you can see here, missing word is given here and given space. Then, after writing the missing word, we will write the word that comes before the missing word here, then the word that comes after the missing word here. Now this would be the pattern of writing the missing word in the center, the word that comes before here, and the word come back after here. So let's go, let's read out the first line. When I stood up and looked around, I saw beautiful scene. Now you see here, I saw beautiful. Now you see here, something is missing here. Something is missing here. I saw beautiful. That's grammatically incorrect. I saw a beautiful. So, a will be the word that is missing in this line. So therefore, we will write a here, then saw is the word that comes before the missing word that we written here, and beautiful that comes after after the missing word that will be written here. Similarly, we will read the second line. I confess that I have never seen such a beautiful scene. Now here, when we read I confess, here something is missing. It is I must confess. Here is the modal that is missing. So we will write must in the missing word and I before it and confess after it. Let us read out the third line. The country appeared like a lost garden, greenery all. Now you see here, you can simply identify what is missing here, because there is no joining terms or there is no connection or connector here. So green, garden and greenery. It seems that something is missing in between. So what could be that word? That is with garden, with greenery all. So garden will be the word that comes before, greenery that will be the word that comes after, and with will be the word that is joining garden and greenery, that is missing between garden and greenery, that connects garden and greenery. See the sentence 4. Around the enclosed fields were about 40 foot square. Now as you go through this line, the enclosed fields were about. Now there is something that is missing in between fields and were. It's simply field which were. So which is the word that is missing in between field and were. So therefore we have written which here, field before and after were. Now let's go to the next line, line number 5. Resembled like many beds of flowers. These fields intermingled. Now see here again, something is missing between fields, intermingled. That is fields. So which form of verb, helping verb that will be used? Were. Fields were intermingled. So here the sentence or the word that is were, because it is fields. See here, field that will come in the before, and intermingled that will come after, and verb that will come in the missing word. Now see the next line. With woods, the tallest trees appear to be 7 foot. Now if you have noticed, with woods, the tallest trees, so there is something missing, or you can see that it is not grammatically correct. Something is, the sentence is broken here. There is no connectivity in the sentence. So something would be missing over here. With woods and the tallest trees appear to be 7 foot. So wood will come in before, the will come after, and will be the connector that will connect the wood and the tallest trees. So, and will be written in the missing word. Now let's move on to the next sentence. Hi, the town situated on my left side and looked like. In this sentence, if you read the town situated, so where is the helping word? So here is some So was is the missing word that will come on the center. Before it, the town, then after it is situated. See the next sentence, the painted scene I had feeling of utter. You see here again, something is missing. The connectivity is broken, the relevance is broken. I had a feeling of utter. So had will come before, feeling will come after, or will be the missing word. That is an article. See here the next sentence, next line. Disbelief, I had never seen such thing before. Now you see here, connectivity is again broken. Disbelief and I. Something is to be filled in, and that is disbelief. As I had never seen such thing before. So disbelief will come before, I will come after, as will come as the missing word. Now the last line or the sentence, but these there, and I couldn't forget them. So something is missing between these and there. You can see the change, or you can see that something is irrelevant here. There is nothing that connects these and there. So what can be that word? These were there and I couldn't forget them. So word is missing here. So in the missing word we will write word. These will come before and there will come